Hello again. Welcome to the game between Oleg Romanishin and Karsten Mueller, in which we will see an attack on the Queenside castle position. So let's see how the game unfolds, and let's see what we can learn from these games. So Oleg Romanishin is playing as white, and Karsten Mueller is playing with the dark pieces. So now they have started off with a French defense, and this is going to be an advanced variation of the French defense. So let's watch the game, and we'll do the analysis in the end and in between as well. So as you can see, Carsten is activating all his queenside pieces, so which is a clear indication that he's going to castle. There's a high probability that he's going to castle on the queen side, and on the other sides, Romanchin is have developed his king side first, and so it shows that he is going to castle on the king side with a high probability. So so that's what will happen, and that starts actually turns the game here. So as of now, it looks quite good for black because his bishops are in very well, very good squares, and they control a lot of space. So until now, the black have a good game, and now this move actually is what turns the game here because uh, white offers a, a pawn, and which uh, Muller accepts with en passant, and this actually turns the tide in the favor of Romanchin. And the only piece that could have defended it properly was the bishop, the dark bishop, and that was exchanged off. The pawn here on b3, it will be taken because there are too many pieces of Romanchin over here, and but instead of not going rightly to take the pawn, he actually is bringing more of his pieces into the attack, as you can see. So now the rook comes in, and no matter what, this pawn on b3 is gone. But instead of taking the pawn, Romanchin developed his knight. It is actually a very powerful knight. As you can see, it's placed centrally, and it can attack a lot of spaces. Now he goes for the pawn on b3, and as you can see here, what Romanchin is doing is that he's actually taking away the knight of uh, Muller, which usually we shouldn't do that because during end games bishops have more power because they can control more space, and as you can see, these rooks are directly pointed to the b7 square. So here uh, that knight got exchanged, and the bishop of Muller, who is placed on the c6 square, it's actually not active because of his own pieces. So, and the knight here on c5 is a very excellent knight which contributes in the attack. So Muller is trying to create a counter play on the king side, but Mansion blocks it off right away. So now Romanchin continues his attack with a pawn move. It's a simple looking pawn move, but it creates a lot of attacking opportunities. Now the rook comes over here. Now if the rook is taken, then it's an immediate checkmate. I'll show you that just after the game. Now even if you take the rook now, it still will be a checkmate. So the pawn was taken. Now the rook cannot be taken because of the pin of the queen, and this is actually the deciding move which actually sealed the game because now the rooks can come into the b7 square, and once the pieces got exchanged off, it will be game over basically. So that's what happens. So now once the rook get exchanged, it'll say checkmate. So as you can see, if once the rook gets exchanged, if it's not taken, then it's a checkmate anyways, because the queen can just take the a7 pawn and it'll be a checkmate. So uh, in the earlier positions, let's say the pawn was moved and the rook came over here. So if the rook was taken, it'll be a checkmate like this. And even after the pawn was moved to a6, it will still be sorry about that. If the rook is taken, then the following moves will happen. So these are forced moves. So once the king goes here, it will be a checkmate once again. Uh, so here, as you can see, the queen, Muller's queen, just goes away. I don't understand why he played the move. Maybe he was just trying to clear, uh, to sacrifice his rook instead of his queen. But the following moves, if he had placed the instead of moving the uh, queen to e8 square, he could have moved the queen to c7, and this combination would have happened. But uh, it would be more like an equal game with a queen versus uh, two rooks basically. But this one of these this pawn and this pawn could get exchanged off, and this pawn will become crucial because it can just go on and become queen, and this pawn wall could have helped. This will Other pawns will get blocked basically, right? So that was the game. So the important lesson for us here is to make sure, even though if you get castle, if you castle, make sure your position is safe, because sometimes castling will is a disadvantage, and especially when you castle queenside, it goes into a very attacking games, and if your opponent castles on the king side, it goes into a quite an attacking game. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so, and see you soon in the next videos. Thank you.